Olá, boa noite. Eu sou o Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 8 de Runaway 2, O Sonho da Tartaruga. Ontem, no barco super equipado da Sushi, o Brian quase conseguiu todo o necessário para o plano de Saturno, que é fazer com que os neutrinos brilhantes, que são atraídos pela trantonita, indiquem o local exato do material, que é necessário tanto para salvar a Dina quanto o planeta Trânctor. Falta agora, por último, o chapéu telepático do Joshua, que o Rutger pegou e não quer devolver. Rutger, o que você pode me dizer para recuperar o chapéu?
Just one thing, Saturn.
What's up with you, BB?
Ah, não é Rutger, Saturn. Ah, primeiro.
Hey, about that helmet I gave you.
Yeah, I know you gave it to me, but now it belongs to that Jamaican joyrider.
É, isso a gente já sabia que estava com ele. E o que você quer que eu diga pro Rutger?
What did you tell me to tell Wrecker?
That he's got so much nerve it won't fit inside his hat? Let's see what he answers to that.
I'm gonna see what else I can do around here, Saturn.
Okay, BB. See you later.
Up we go.
Mas falando isso, ele não vai devolver nada. Tem que inventar que ele falou outra coisa.
Just one thing, Wrecker.
What?
I bet you don't know what Saturn just said to me.
Some stupid thing of his, I'm sure.
Qual das três que não é xingamento? Nem esculhambação.
He says his hat's off to you, and not to pout.
Is he piping down or pulling me leg? Come on, let's test him. Tell him his techno art is so sadly sad, it no be good enough to hang above a toilet.
Okay, I'll go tell him right now. Shoot, now what am I supposed to tell Saturn?
Já que ninguém me ajudou, eu chutei qualquer coisa.
Just one thing, Saturn.
What's up with you, BB?
Wrecker just said something lovely about you.
Oh, yeah? And what did that Rasta-covered fool tell you?
He says he's sad your techno art doesn't get more deserved airtime on TV.
Is that so? Well, he's probably just saying it to get something out of me. Screw him. Remind him of what I said the other day. That in order to like reggae, you have to be daffier than a duck and waddle like one too.
Trust me, I'll tell him. Let's see how I can tell Wrecker that. Up we go. Just one thing, Wrecker.
What?
I bet you don't know what Saturn just said to me.
Some stupid thing of his, I'm sure.
He says that when he listens to reggae, he gets so happy that he starts to flap his wings like duck.
Oh, I guess I'm supposed to feel sorry for saying only jerks with blue hair go to the Burning Man Festival. Well, you repeat that to him and see what color he turns.
Okay, I'll go tell him right now. Shoot, now what am I supposed to tell Saturn? Just one thing, Saturn.
What's up with you, BB?
Wrecker just said something lovely about you.
Oh, yeah? And what did that Rasta-covered fool tell you?
He says he feels like a wacko for not having gone to the Burning Man festival with you.
Now he realizes? Look, maybe in a few days I'll feel like a fool for saying this. But the Jamaican bobsled team won't win the Olympics, even if it secretly uses doping. Go tell him that.
Hey, the day you got mad, did you exchange any other words?
Well, I don't know. Why?
Nothing. It's just that he's starting to treat me like a punching bag, but don't you worry. Here we go. Just one thing, Wrecker.
What?
I bet you don't know what Saturn just said to me.
Some stupid thing of his, I'm sure.
He says the day Jamaica wins the bobsled medal, he'll buy you an Olympic-sized bong.
Saturn said that? No way! In the end, it will turn out he ain't the jerk I thought. But all he's a saying. You ain't making that up now, is ya?
Me? Make things up? Lie? Oh, Wrecker, you just don't know me. Can't believe my ears.
Peace, man. I just think it's strange that Bird Brain, well, he ain't so bad, is he? You know, as brothers go, he's a good one. What am I saying? He's my best friend. Oh, man, I'm gonna give him a makeup gift that's gonna knock his dreads off.
The helmet.
No, but take it if you want. I meant something more personal. To help him with one of his inventions. Don't know, I'll think of something.
Thanks, Wrecker. Well, one more thing done. Well, I think I finally have everything Saturn needs to make the neutrino detector. I'll go tell him so we can get to work ASAP.
Come on, start dismantling the helmet while I figure out how this works.
Okay.
Let's see. Awesome! This is a piece of cake. Hey, BB, you sure that's the right tool?
Ready to roll, Saturn.
Cool! Come on, BB, bring it on!
Tell me when it's full. Will this take much longer?
Huh? Dude, it's starting to come out! Cut!
Well, I'll just clean up this mess and be on my way.
No, it's technically impossible for anything to go wrong, but you better stay back a bit.
Now I see why you chose me to talk through the intercom. Well, as they say, que sera, sera. Sushi, can you turn off the light? We're starting here.
Done. Good luck, boys.
Yeah, good luck to everyone. And to me, too. Look at them. There are the neutrinos. They're shooting up from down there, to the left.
Sushi, fire the engines and set our course to north-northwest. Okay, turn starboard just a few degrees.
Look at that thing coming.
Stay the course, Sushi. We're headed in the right direction. Drop anchor, Sushi. We're right on top of it.
Sorry, Brian.
Desculpe, por quê?
I still can't figure out why he could back out at the last minute. That's the job I hired him for in the first place.
You see, I told you there was something fishy about Dean.
Well, fortunately, Camille has offered to go down and get the Trantonite.
No, tell her not to worry. I'll go.
I understand that your endgame is to do this personally, but after what you went through to build the neutrino detector, shouldn't you take some downtime?
Negative. The Trantonite is my mission.
Plus, there's a couple things we need to discuss. The first is that we are no longer right above the galleon, so you'll have to swim a bit. Not far, though. The second thing is that before beginning to search for the Trantonite, a 3D scanner should be placed as close as possible to the middle of the galleon, so that you can provide me with a 3-dimensional image I can use to guide whoever goes down. You yourself do not have to be the diver.
Come on, give me that contraption. I'll go down right now.
Okay, do as you wish. After all, everything is in place. Saturn has installed a shortwave receiver in the diving suit, so you have a comm unit during the underwater ops. And the mini-sub is ready, inside the Sea-Lock capsule. It took me a while to find it, because Rutger had taken it and...
Well, you'll see.
Ballast, regulator, ready. Be careful down there, Brian.
Brian.
Vamos, kid. Loco. I bet you do it almost as good as me.
Wow. Well, thanks for the encouragement, Dean.
De nada, brother.
Good luck, Brian.
Muchacho, amazing title you have come up with for this new Dean Grassic adventure. Blast to the past.
Para melhorar, afundou de ponta cabeça.
Those millions invested in the three-dimensional scanner were worth it. Well done, Brian.
Hop in and we'll decide where to attack.
Good work, Brian. Now I have a virtual image of the Orion, and I can view your position the entire time and indicate which bearing you need to take.
So, where do I have to go?
Well, if you look closely, you'll see that the Orion's figurehead looks like a scorpion, and right next to the stinger on its tail, there is a small sphere. According to Paco's indications in Palenque, that sphere would be illuminated during battles, and I wouldn't be surprised if...
I catch your drift. Come on, prepare me for the dive. I'm going back down.
Are you sure you don't want to rest first?
De novo.
Lichens. Either we get rid of them and the moss, or we'll never get it open.
You know what you have to do, right?
Tem que limpar os líquens.
Clean it.
Clean it, Brian. Remove the moss and lichens to see where it opens. You aren't the kind of man who refuses to pick up a cleaning rag, are you?
No, but I thought there might be some other way to open it.
Whatever, but I think you'll end up having to clean it.
All right, Sushi. I'm gonna see what I can come up with. Listen, Sushi.
Yes, Brian?
How am I supposed to clean the orb on the figurehead?
Well, they say the best way to fight tough stains is with pressurized water.
Under the water? Very funny, Sushi.
Okay. The cleaning rag didn't convince you, did it?
How's Camille doing?
I just went to see her in her cabin, and the poor girl is a mess. She's writing things in her diary. Bear in mind that Dean was her biggest idol, and in a matter of days, his image has been completely shattered. She'll get over it fast, though. She's young and strong, and I have a feeling she may surprise us.
Well, I wanted to thank you. If it weren't for you, I probably would have given up.
Come on, Brian. Don't get discouraged. You'll see how soon we're celebrating the end of all this with Gina. By the way, did you know I have tickets to Lula, Marta, and Mariola's new show?
Claro que eu quero.
Do the Divas have a new show?
Yes, but don't ask me what it's about. The website just said something like, the latest musical extravaganza of the Queens of Kitsch.
Really? What are they up to?
No idea, because I bought them on the net. The truth is, I haven't heard anything from them since you and Gina invited us to that weekend in the Cayman Islands.
Well, we had to thank you for everything you've done for us. I hope we can do it again soon. Well, getting back to our topic. Thanks, Sushi. See you later.
Vamos ver se o escovão vira escovinha. Ou se ele precisa se esconder.
Saturn left it behind when we built the detector. No, I already toted one around on Mala Island, and it weighed a ton. Maybe there's something inside I can use, though. Man! I bet the saw will come in handy.
O que ele pegou? Ah, uma serra. Já sei como eu vou fazer uma escovinha de um escovão. Sem precisar nem da dona escova ter um filho para isso.
Of course! Who but I could dream up such a cool plan? It's obvious I'm a genius. Here we have it, an actual hog bristle brush, pocket-sized and at wholesale price.
Sushi, quero embarcar de novo. Embarcar não, mergulhar de novo.
That's weird. Maybe I typed it in wrong. I've got the feeling there's something fishy happening here. The bad thing is that thinking of fish is making me hungry.
Agora eu vou ficar aqui e morrer. Sushi, abra, por favor.
Yeah, I bet she knows what's going on. Sushi, are you there?
What's the matter, Brian?
Oh, nothing. I'm just trapped inside the cargo hold.
And so tell me what two-bit password I stick into this contraption on the...
Joshua, stop it!
Man!
Brian, don't worry. Joshua just ruined the encryption system on the whole yacht and messed up the passwords on all the doors. But I'll have it fixed in a couple hours.
And if...
Go to your cabin, Joshua.
Hey, we'll chat later, Sushi. Shoot, I wouldn't want to be in Sushi's skin right now. Or in Joshua's, because when Sushi gets angry, she must be. Well, anyway, obviously I can't just wait for her to get me out of here.
Tem que sair por cima.
That's it. That's it. Now that I opened the hatches, I'm sure I can start from the edge of the tank. Scamper up to the ceiling somehow and reach the deck. Come on, let's get out of here. It appears I also opened the hatch to cargo hold too. Holy smokes! Well, that wasn't easy, but at least I made it here.
Brian, this is a disaster!
What's the matter, Sushi?
Look, you really need to have a talk with Joshua. He's like a poltergeist. Now he's deactivated all of my passwords in addition to leaving the hatches on the deck wide open.
Oh man, what are we gonna do with old Joshua?
I already figured out the password thing, but I'm telling you, my experience is that it is quite unpleasant to enter the cargo hold and find a flock of seabirds looking at you as if you were some huge and yummy fish. Lucky thing the computer warned me and I was able to close them from here. Otherwise...
Don't you worry. As soon as I see him, I'll kick his butt so hard he'll never open another hatch again. For goodness sake. Listen, Sushi.
Yes, Brian?
I'm going down to the galleon again.
That's all right, Brian. Just start prepping and tell me when you're ready. Is it that hard, Brian? You're not gonna tell me the dirt is really stuck to the surface, are you?
No luck? No? No!
Well, this really sucks, Brian. Someone may have robbed the Trantonite, which would explain why the Interceptor ended up sinking the Orion. Or Malantunya suspected something and put it in a different place. The truth is, I have no idea.
Well, let's stay positive and assume it's still on the boat. Where could Malatunias have hidden it?
Well, if I were him, I would like to keep it as close as possible. In my stateroom, for instance.
Yeah, that's the most logical. Come on, let's prepare for another dive. I'll go down ASAP.
Are you sure you don't want to rest a while first? You look exhausted, Brian. Maybe you should get back your strength a bit first, before...
I'll have time to rest later. We've got work to do.
Try to go in through the middle hole, Brian.
O cara vai cada vez mais esgotado, mergulhando na profundidade. Vai ver os efeitos.
Let's see. Go down into it as far as you can. Now, move toward the bow. At the end of the hall, you'll find some stairs. Go past them. Now stand facing aft. Do you see a trap door? Go up through it.
Roger. You'll reach a passageway with several doors. The one closest to the bow has to be Malantuñez's cabin. Where are you going? Oh crap, I meant the stern. The cabin is near the stern. That's the door, no doubt about it. No, don't say another word. It won't open, right? This is always the way. Why isn't there ever a doormat with a key hidden under it?
Well, of course it sucks, but when the going gets tough, the tough get going. I'll take a stroll around the boat, and I bet I'll come up with an idea to get that door open.
Okay, I'll just keep thinking up ideas. And if you see Joshua, tell him enough is enough.
What did he do now?
What did he do? While you were diving, he made a major mess out of the cargo hold. He found a crowbar and started opening boxes of things, spewing stuff all over the floor. Replacement parts, nails, packaging materials.
What nerve! Don't you worry, that guy's gonna get what he deserves.
Pé de cabra no depósito de cargas. É esse o caminho para abrir a cabine do Capitão Malantunes.
I was afraid of this. Now it turns out somebody has removed the brush holding the door open.
Mas ele tirou o escovão daqui, o resto do escovão daqui.
Nada. It would have been too easy for someone to come along and repair the door. On the positive side, the crowbar I need to get into Malatunas' cabin is there. On the negative side, I can't go in and get it, because when I release the button, the door will slam shut, and I don't want to sever off an arm trying to leap in. Let's see how I can think my way out of this one.
Vai por cima. Entra lá por cima. Sai daqui por cima e entra lá por cima.
Without the ladder to climb up the tank, no can do.
Só que o cara levou a escada também. Ele tem um bolso de Adventure Games.
Here we go. What's that banging?
I can't believe it! Your boyfriend is masked out, man! With him, if I laugh, I die!
What are you talking about? Joshua? What's he doing?
I don't know, man! But he took an axe, and he's a banging at the satellite dishes!
And what did that poor antenna do to him?
Damn if I know! Everybody gotta do what they feel like, man!
Joshua! Leave that antenna alone! Jeez!
No! Right now I have no reason to stop! You can't make me!
Hey, if I take advantage of the fact that the hatches are open, maybe I could get to cargo hold 2 from here. Tally-ho! Holy smokes! I could leap down there, but there may be a crash landing. The floor is full of metal and nails, and I don't want to end up like Pinhead in Hellraiser. I'll have to dream up some other way down. Holy smokes!
É por ali, mas tem que ir pelo outro lado. Saturno, me diga como é que eu vou lá pro outro lado.
What are you working on, Saturn?
Haven't I told you about the electromagnets? They're one of my latest creations, equipped with a device that magnetizes or demagnetizes things at will. When this is finished, I plan to attach them to the mini-sub and take up underwater skiing.
Oh, that exists?
The question is not whether it exists, BB, but whether we want it to exist. Art and science are based on that grand principle.
I am a witness to the latest in underwater skiing. It's truly an honor. Saturn, I'm gonna borrow your electromagnets for a while, okay?
Of course, BB. Don't forget to tell me how they work.
Nifty. My first pair of electromagnets.
sobe com os eletroímãs aqui.
Hey, that's not bad. Once I'm up there, I slide down the wall of cargo hold 2, snatch the crowbar, and run out. I don't know whether I can trust Saturn's little inventions, but what choice is there? Down we go. Yes, and now it's mine. No door will be any match for me with this crowbar. The Transonite awaits me.
Ainda bem que ele não estava bem embaixo da porta.
Brian? Brian? Brian?
Não disse que ia passar mal? O farol secreto de Avernus.
Time for the grand ball, milady. Wenches first.
Are you gonna be making me walk the plank?
Aye, aye, you sad mutt. But cheer up. In recompense, you'll be meeting the bravest hidalgo who hath hoisted the Jolly Roger. Don Inigo de Malachuñez y Goñón. Captain, the limey's ready.
It's about time, Husky Hound. Shackle him and be off with you. Despite appearances, you have the upper hand on me, lad. Being that I conceal neither name, nor rank, nor birthright, while I remain unaware of yours indeed. I want your name and a ship, you English swab, or I'll slide me sword through your bloody entrails.
Oh, you should have mentioned that. My name is Brucian Barskoff, and I hark from York. From its newest boroughs, to be exact.
'Tis a pleasure, Sir Brettian. Now would you be so kind as to explain why you've attempted to board me illustrious galleon? On your strange and tiny red and white dinghy with a metal hook in the fashion of a flag.
Board your ship, sir? I? Avast there, Captain. I merely wish to be press-ganged and become a pirate on your Orion.
Kind gentlemen, allow me to place doubt on your most recent assertion. Ye wouldn't be the first spy sent in from your motherland of heretics. There even be a vessel by the name of Interfector, which the Spanish crown has chartered against my person.
Arr! The Orion could sink that sloop in the splash of a wave. In London, I hear talk that nobody can match the power of Captain Malantunas and his legendary hidden beacon of Avernus.
Is that so? So tell me, lad, what other talk is there about me in them English pubs?
Arr, a bit of everything. All good, of course. The monks are praying night and day, saying you're a devil fleeing from hellfire. The ladies sigh upon hearing about ye, as though an angel-winged prophet had passed. And their husbands extol the honorable set of horns they be wearing. Were it dawn Inigo de...
Capitan! Unidentified floating object 3 miles from starboard.
By Mephistopheles, it's a UFO. Pardon me lack of decorum, Sir Brescian, but I have a tidal wave of business to attend to. Make yourself at home and be so kind as to await me return, when I shall be more than pleased to hear your news from London.
Yeah, I won't be jumping overboard, don't worry.
Ye, Russian mongrel, guard the door. You'll answer for this prisoner with your worthless life.
Aye, aye, mi capitan.
Well, this is a most unfortunate situation. But at least I managed to board the Orion. If the Interfector's crew obeys my orders, they will besiege the Orion this very afternoon. So I have but a few hours to remove these shackles, find the hidden beacon of Avernus, and take advantage of the turmoil which will ensue when the first cannonballs hit, to abscond in a dinghy, return to the Interfector, and command the sinking of the Orion from there. I'll have to work smartly to finish the job in such a scant workday, so I'd best alight if I don't want to end up in Davy Jones' locker.
Shut your trap, mutt. Aye, I've got him afeard now. Now I can get down to me business with Demon Dog.
I can hardly see a thing, but I'd say there's a pirate on the lookout. What in the devil is she scribbling down so devoutly? She seems to be a prisoner too. With a bit of my fancy talk, maybe she'll help me. Noble lady, allow me to pay you my respects.
Save them for the sharks, Monsieur Brescian. Soon, thou shalt be kissing their keel, with need of their help more than mine.
I doubt the sharks would make a banquet of my squalid flesh, but that is not the reason for my arrival on board. You're as imprisoned as myself here, and perhaps we can seek a manner to achieve safe and sound escape from the Orion together.
Very apropos, Monsieur Brescian. Hast thou a plan?
Well, I am now designing one. Sooner or later I shall have one. But in the meantime, lady...
Camille. Mademoiselle Camille de Le Bouvier.
I doubt Malantunas will throw me overboard. The poor sot is delighted with me.
Believe what thou wilt, but thy bones will be gnawed by a Pacific kraken. They'll be left so clean and white that no maggot will find sustenance upon them.
What if I show him a sad face and cry? That's what I did to get my helmsman's license.
Monsieur Brescian, I know Malantunas too well to expect the slightest shred of humanity on his part. When he grows tired of thy whining, he will send thee to David Jones' locker, and thou wilt be fortunate if he does not torture thee beforehand.
The man will at least allow me the last meal of my choice, won't he?
I wouldn't hold my breath. Years ago, a prisoner requested transalpine dragonfly entrails in a wild capsicum souffle, and because his wishes could not be satisfied, he remains alive to this day. Henceforth, a basic meal has been established for plankwalkers whose sole choice lies in the manner of ingestion. Because the meal consists of spicy swordfish, I recommend the oral method.
I'd wager he'll allow me a last wish before feeding me to the sharks, I do.
And which shall it be? I'm warning thee that I wish not to be thrown to the sharks or any similar act, and that the act performed unto me first be tested on the captain. Was abolished by the Tortuga Convention months ago.
Well, that junk sunk my strategy. Hook, line, and sinker. This subject matter is too macabre to discuss with a lady.
Speak for thyself.
What are you doing on board?
Upon mooring at Tortuga Island, where I spent my days learning English by reading old tales of overseas adventures, Malantuñas held a contest to press Gang 1 lucky new deckhand, and guess who won?
What type of contest?
It entailed 3 trials of skill: the sword fight of insults, the theft of sundry idols, and the most pressing of all, the search for treasure. The latter required finding a gold doubloon, which I found in the depths of a chocolatl receptacle. Damn the hour in which I spied that coin.
I've never heard of a girl deckhand.
Neither thou, nor I, nor Malantuñas, wherefore I took part in the contest in the guise of a haughty lad. I wasn't found out till we reached the high seas, and my neck was spared by dumb luck.
May I ask how your womanhood came to be known on board, if it isn't too meddlesome?
It is, but I shall respond in a manner concordant with proper breeding. Malantuñas, whose knowledge of numbers and letters resembles his familiarity with honor and gallantry, had the mind to look for a person to write down his memories, so he called for a scribe from among the crew. I alone claimed to know the alphabet, so he demanded I prove my claim.
So how did you save your skin when Malantuñas discovered the ruse?
Malantuñas touched his mustachio and yelled to his men, "Lady Luck has smiled down on us, ye Ices half-breeds. Do with her as you wish." The crew assembled round me with blood filling their eyes. Well, their eyes and other organs. So at the last moment, I whipped out a dagger from my boot and...
A bone-chilling tale of pseudo-biblical proportions, milady. But let us confer on other matters. I can't fathom how you managed to change your fate, for I see you moisten the quill and scribble in that book like a true scribe.
The problem, Monsieur Bruchion, was the lack of ink on board, and I refused to follow their suggested procedure, the one whereby drunkards are wont to write their names. Thou must know, it involves great imbibing of grog, and when the bladder's bursting is imminent, removing one's codpiece, aiming and...
Speak no further, milady. I already have a picture in my mind's eye. You put a high price on your honor, then.
An awful fate I avoided, monsieur. So I simply kneeled and carved my name onto the deck with my dagger. When Malantuñas saw my swift quill move, he ordered me to his quarters. And thenceforward I have spent my days here, chained up writing the barbaric memoirs he spews about his life and times.
Are you aware of the dark legend told about Malantuñas?
But of course, monsieur. Europe's palace and the New World's ports abound with fables of Malantuñas' duel with the devil, about his beacon of Avernus, his invincibility, and even his sought-after immortality.
Do you think Malantuñas challenged the devil and won?
Such an occurrence is unlikely, monsieur. Nonetheless, his haughtiness and cruelty are so extreme that were he to happen upon Beelzebub himself, he could scarcely amount to less than evil and perversion. And so it is that he would send him back to the fires of hell with the blade of his Toledan sword.
Is there any truth to the rumors about his immortality?
A trifle, yes, but not much, because it is known that Malantuñas has already reached his 60th fall, though his face seems to reveal no more than 40.
Is his invincibility such, or do you think he can be vanquished?
A difficult undertaking it would be, monsieur. 3 moons yore, in the environs of Margarita Island, a convoy of 12 armed galleons performed a surprise attack on the Orion. Now the 12 are now fodder for the krakens and tritons on the sea floor, while our vessel's sole injury was that of a novice blunderbuss shooter who suffered a self-inflicted wound.
Is there any truth to the tale of the hidden beacon?
More than thou thinkest, monsieur, judging by the care with which Malantuñas treats it. Moreover, I myself have seen a lost battle turn to victory. Once the captain mounted the brilliant talisman in the boat's figurehead. I'm not the superstitious type, but 'tis true that the beacon holds some power beyond man's understanding.
What is the beacon's origin?
I do not know with an inquisitor's faith, monsieur. Malantuñas claims he crossed the Styx, took on the seven-tailed dragon guarding Hell's gates. defeated the devil with his sword, and absconded with the beacon. But this damsel resists believing such nonsense. After listening to him for an eternity and comparing the contradictions in his memoirs, I have begun to suspect he pillaged it from an Indian graveyard he visited in the springtime of his life.
Where do you say the Beacon of Avernus might be?
Were it not in this room, it is most likely in the treasure hold.
As for the remaining Melatonesian lore, let's leave the superstitions to the dim Spaniards and talk facts.
True, 'tis that dim-wittedness has found Spanish soil to be fertile, but no more than in your native England or my beloved France.
We'll carry on later, Lady Camille.
As thou wishest, Monsieur Breton.
A real beauty, but not very sharp. No, I've got a bad case of lumbago, and my physicians have forbidden me from using all bladed weaponry. Well, considering its blade is short and dull, and that someone left it behind on the writing table, I guess I could regard it as a mere letter opener. Into me trousers, then. There 'tis, a fine letter opener, in the shape of a dagger, though. Must weigh half a dram, give or take a feather. It's gonna throw my back out of whack, but I will. I thought it would be made of precious metals, but I guess it's just a piece of souvenir merchant junk. It looks like it was put there to wound any and all passers-by. It's one of the latest models sold in Europe's marketplaces. There seem to be fewer dragons and more land than on last year's edition. To do such a feat, I'd have to be stretchier than a seven-tailed dragon's tongue. By my scant honor, her tail is most unique. That won't do any good. What have we got here, Malantuñas? A true ruffian would never play chess. That's a game for damsels and lily-livered cowards. Any respectable pirate prefers Russian roulette or a good spitting contest. Let's see. The mechanism is simple. 2 iron crescents linked by a moving hinge at one side, and on the other side is a bolt into which Husky Hound has pounded a nail to keep the shackles from opening. The bad part is that it's jammed so far in that it's stuck. If the tip were thinner, maybe I could. It's too wide, though. Yes, the crosses on the handle of the dagger, I mean the letter opener, are curved toward the tip, so perhaps I can use them to pull out the nail. A shame I can't reach it, because it would really be conducive to my escape. Hark, Lady Camille, I doth throw a letter opener towards thee in the form of a dagger.
To what do I owe this honor, monsieur?
Allow me to request that you use the curved handle of the letter opener to release the nail sprouting from the beam behind thee, and then to be so kind as to toss the metal spike towards me straight away.
I fail to comprehend the purpose of such tomfoolery, but I shall appease thee. On me thy letter opener.
Take care not to cause a scandal, or the pirate at the door may hear us.
Chance? Alrighty then. A soft blow means yes, a hard blow means no. Chance means maybe.
Can you?
I think it's coming loose.
So, Demon Dog, are you gonna let me in someday?
Done. Catch.
No, 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 no. Holy!
Where did it fall?
Next to thy leg.
Wait, are you sure? Yes. Damn!
Stupid cabinet.
Art thou hurt?
Yes, my head. Ow!
Ow? What does ow mean? We never discussed anything about ow.
Bloody nail. Ouch! I appear to have pricked my unmentionables, but it was worthwhile, because now the nail is mine.
I aver that thou art an easy man to make happy, monsieur.
Wait shortly, and you will know of what I am capable with a single nail.
Ainda bem que aquele doido lá pensa que quem está falando é o cachorro morto. Cachorro demônio.
Yes, the nail is thin enough to press down the bolt, And I can strike it with the letter opener like a mallet. Let's hope the pirate at the door doesn't hear.
Sharp blow means yes. Chain noise means of course. And ow means with great pleasure, okay? Okay, that means yes. Is there any way you can let me in there?
We'll be yard.
Well said. Perhaps you'd like some sort of bribe. Aha! It's nice to know we can do some trading together.
Ow!
With great pleasure, eh?
By Jove, I've smashed my ankle.
I'm really quite pleased about your change in attitude. You wouldn't be lying to me now, would ya?
Free at last.
The chains were... Huh? What do you mean, of course?
My guest, then, and set me free as well.
You think you can mock me and get away scot-free? You bloody son of a she-dog! I'm gonna stand by your door and rip your heart out when you exit. You hear me?
As I told you, my duty is to find the Beacon of Avernus, return to the Interfecta, and sink the Orion.
I am indebted to thee, so I shall help thee. I know that in the diaries which Malantuñas has dictated to me, I shall find a clue leading us to the beacon. But we must get ready to flee in case we are found before we take its possession. A dinghy, perhaps?
Dinghy? Wait here. I knew it. Malantuñas is your typical cowardly captain, with a dinghy tied up right below his cabin for a quick getaway in case things turn ugly. How different he is from me. I'd never keep one of those. Mark my words. Honest, I swear, on me paltry honor. Well, let's just go inside. Problem solved, milady. Now we need only worry about the hidden beacon of Avernus.
It will be a pleasure, monsieur. I shall immediately begin my reading of Malantuñas' diary. In the meantime, thou must search hither and thither to see what can be found.
It looks like Malantuñas's. The man is so sure he's invincible, he's left it in the sheet. It is surely the captain's beloved pet. Hello, parrot.
Feathered Fleabag?
Hello, feathered fleabag. Where does Malantuñas hide the hidden beacon of Avernus? Haven't we met before? Want something to eat, nice birdie? I am really getting a craving for a dish of Peking parrot. Take a hike, Flatbeak. Darn. Either this parrot's a moron, or he's pretending to be one. He's pretending.
Brian, idiota.
I recall having seen a likeness of it in a sorceress's cave, but that story will have to wait another day. With pleasure. Blustering barnacles. It could have at least been full. That looks like an actual Spanish wardrobe, with the authentic trademark of Vargas de Toledo. Aye. Let's see what's inside. Not a thing. All those finely labeled drawers and slots, and there's nothing but certificates, deeds, and parchments of miscellaneous utility. That isn't any old jug. It's a genuine Ming spittoon. That'd be quite amusing indeed. From the dull sound upon landing, it appears Malantuñas hasn't cleaned it out for a spell. Methinks there be a seven-tailed dragon tongue therein, the likes of which you see at exotic shops. I always got the willies from these rubbery appendages, but if I must, I could always use it to barter during my voyages. That mask is so lifelike. It appears as if it might run off the ship any time now. No, I never fancied samurai fashion much. Why, they're the cartographical wonderworks of Pyrrhus Ray and Juan de la Cosa. What for? I know 'em by heart. Every seafarer knows the Earth doesn't really spin. It's the sun that goes flying round it. I can play with this one as I please, though.
Acho que no momento não me adianta nada esse globo.
She looks like a nice lass, well-read and well-wrote.
Deixa ela pesquisar.
Yes, after being in the dungeon, I could do with some fresh air.
Ahoy, mangy pooch! Why is it we can't choose our own canine sobriquets?
The captain allowed it once, and he ended up with 20 pirates mired in a fight to be named Sea Dog. By the Queen of Spades, I'd be burning up. Pass me the grog.
So what if I go by Seawolf and it's Lou? I fancy Seawolf.
You had the good fortune to be called Lapdog, I'd say. By the Queen of Spades, there's no grog left.
The swindling shopkeeper who sold me it, he said the bottle was magic, and the grog automatically refills. But it's empty, I say.
Your shopkeeper's not worth a shilling. There's no grog in here.
Maybe the spell takes a while to grab hold and fill the bottle. You got any more sunflower seeds, mate?
No, they'll make you thirsty. No grog, no sunflower seeds.
Smartly, mate. Drop the bottle. Someone's coming.
Good morning to ye, Rabbit Runt.
Arr, I hate mornings.
O 16 e o 40 estão conversando lá em cima.
Good old Lapdog thinks it's magic, and that it'll end up filling with grog on its own. Reaching it will be an impossible feat.
By the jack of diamonds, I'm starving. Won't you give me some sunflower seeds?
The
The windowsill is on the verge of falling off. That won't do any good. It's quite a fine pile of husks marinated in saliva. Yes, a thing like this wouldn't disgust a hardy pirate like me. Shiver me timbers, 3 whole sunflower seeds. Luckily, they're facing the bow, so it'll be harder for them to take notice of me.
Magic bottles. Do me a good deed
No,
with your wizardry.
I'd better make sure they don't notice my presence.
Me soul for the sip of the grog.
It will take more than this to ward off the great Brushian Barskov, captain of the Interfector. Yes, let's grab the bull by the horns and see what happens.
Avast! How'd you get free?
Me? Get free? What do you mean?
Weren't you shackled up, Swabby?
As far as I remember, no. And why would they post as despicable a pirate as you to watch me if they had shackles on me to do the job?
Aye, that makes sense indeed, but it don't matter. Been too long since I killed someone.
Malintunio said he wanted to kill me himself. So if you do it, he'll be mighty upset.
Darn me bad luck, you win. Get back in the cabin, or I'll turn you into a circus attraction.
Aye, aye, if that's what you wish.
Shut your trap, Mutt.
Então hoje vamos ficando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.